Today I'm going to show you how to fold an origami lily. If you did the origami crane with me, you'll notice that the folds are very similar, but this one is just a little bit more challenging to make overall, so make sure you pay very close attention. Let's get started. Since origami paper is usually square, I'm going to show you again how to fold it on the diagonal and use scissors to cut off the extra. So make sure you get those edges lined right up. Give it a crease to keep it flat, and get your scissors and cut off that last bit that's hanging over there. Once you've done this, remember origami paper is usually colored on one side and then has a white side. So you can use whatever you want to color the one side, but leave the other side white. I have one that I colored with some crayons, just purples and pinks. You want to turn it over so that you're looking at a white diamond. You're going to fold the bottom corner up to meet the top corner so you have a colored triangle. Unfold it, smooth it out, turn it so that the crease is pointing to you, and fold it again, bottom corner to the top. This time your colored triangle has a crease down the middle. Smooth it out, flip it over so you're looking at a colored square, and fold the bottom two corners up to meet the top two to give yourself a white rectangle. Crease it really well. Remember, I like to use the back of my fingernail. Unfold it, flip it around, and redo that fold. This time your white rectangle has a crease down the middle. If you flip it over so you have kind of a white tent, poke the middle so you get the white bowl. Take the two edges and bring them together to meet in the middle. Make sure that's nice and pointy down at the bottom. Smooth it out. You're going to end up with a smaller colored triangle. It's got 4 flaps to it, the way it's made. And we're going to do something with each of them. All of our steps now are going to be done 4 times. So I'm going to lift up one flap, get my finger down in there, make sure I get it all the way flattened. I like to then flip it over and line up the crease line so I know it's nice and straight. And then I flip it back and give it a good crease. We're going to keep doing this, like I said, 4 times. So you take the next flap, lift it up, get your finger down in there to make sure you fully crease it. Nice and pointy at the bottom. Line up the 2 points so those triangles are exactly the same, and crease it. Now we have to flip the side of that diamond shape over, the kite shape, so we can do the next one. This is the 3rd time we're doing this. Line them up at the top. Give it a really good crease using your fingernails. If you don't have long nails, like I said, you can use the back of them. Turn it over. You got to flip that kite shape over again so you can get to the very last flap, our 4th fold. And again, make sure you line that top up as best you can. Give it a good crease. Now this kite shape opens up at the top, and it won't open at the bottom. That's important. We're going to use the part that opens. You want to take that part of the kite that opens and line that up to the middle crease. This is a very similar fold to what we did with the origami cranes. It's just shorter. And we have to do it, instead of doing it to each side 2 times, we have to do it 4 times. So each side, it ends up being 8 different folds for this step. But once you do the one side, both sides of it, you flip it over and repeat that on the back side. Line up those. You don't want them to overlap. You just want them to meet right up to that middle crease. Then we have to do that fold over to get to the next one, and then fold it over. That way you can see that same kite shape. Fold in the inside to line it up, both sides of it. And we got one side left to do, so we have to flip it over, fold that over, fold it over so you can get the whole kite shape, and then fold that side in. And that's our 4th fold. The crane had us doing everything in 2 folds. This one's all in 4 folds. Now we're going to take the top and fold it over. Just completely fold it in half. Get it lined up well. Give it a good crease. You'll notice it's pretty thick, so you got to push really hard to crease it. Unfold it and reverse that fold. So exact same crease. Give it a really good crease going the opposite way. It's going to make it wiggle back and forth. That's really important for the next step. You unfold and reverse the folds on our kite shape. My cat's getting in the way right now. Now, this is very similar to that chair, boat, long, skinny diamond fold. So watch. You do the reverse the folds. You lift up and you stretch it flat and smooth it down. You got to be very careful that you don't rip down at the bottom because you have to recrease it a little bit. Then we have to fold it over so we can get to the next part to unfold. Again, this is something you're going to do 4 times. So we're on the 3rd one here after this one. So give it a really good crease. And then we flip it over. And this will be the last one. Unfold to reverse those folds, both sides of that. And then you kind of chair. There's boat. And it's not as long as skinny diamond because the part of it is shorter. It's not the same. But we're going to peel it like a banana, and then it becomes the long skinny diamond. 1, 2, fold it over to get to the next one. 3, flip it around, fold it over to get to the last one. And 4. Now, as you can see, one side won't open, one side will. We're going to work with the side that doesn't open. So you're going to fold that outside in to meet the middle crease again. Same fold we did before. And again, we have to do this on 4 different sides, so it's 8 folds. Flip it over to do the next side. Remember to line that right up to the middle. You don't want it to pass, you don't want it to be too short, and you have to give it a really good crease. You got to fold that over and one more time to get to the next section. This is our 3rd side. And fold it over and one more time for our last section. We're very nearly finished with this one. As you can see, it is more difficult than the crane. So anytime you need to pause it to make sure you're on track, just go right ahead. The very last thing we have to do to turn this into a lily is to fold down the 4 tops and curl them around our finger to give them a little bit of a flower petal effect. Might take a couple tries to get them to stay down. And there you have the origami lily.